What if I told you right now, as you're watching this video, that AI is already at stage 3 and you don't even know it? But these things are happening faster than you might comprehend. And by stage 10, we won't be living with artificial intelligence, we'll be living inside of it. We're not starting from zero. We are already at stage 3. And this video goes from your Netflix recommendations to how the whole universe might be shaped like and what will be ruling it in the future. So buckle up and let's go. Stage 1. Rule-based AI. This AI is not even an AI. It's basically a robot following a checklist. You know your coffee machine which brews coffee exactly at 7 a.m. sharp, never minding if you're having an existential crisis or if everything is fine? That's robotic AI. It's basically just a robot following your set of instructions. If the email says urgent, it marks it as important. These systems are currently everywhere. Your phone, your email, your even basic responses that you're busy on your inbox, even though you're actively scrolling on TikTok. They're obedient, predictable, and gloriously clueless. Sometimes, brain-dead obedience is exactly what you need. It's like an intern, which doesn't make mistakes and doesn't take bathroom breaks. But the problem with such systems is that you're clearly not in need of step-by-step to-do machines every time. Sometimes you need an entity which actually makes decisions of its own and actually takes into account the changes in the environment. So that's where we go to stage 2. Now we're actually getting somewhere. It's the stage in which AI stops being a clueless robot. It actually listens for your subtle signs. Picture this. You whisper coffee, and AI measured your heart rate, measured your intonation, measured your body temperature, and based on that decided that you shouldn't go into a cafe where your ex works and where is a loud and noisy environment, but instead it should point you into the direction where a cafe with a therapy dog is, so you know, you're less heartbroken. Your Netflix knows you're watching true crime when you're stressed. Google finishes your searches before you even finish those, and your phone goes off into the do not disturb mode at therapy sessions, even though you never told it you had any. This isn't magic, it's basically a digital surveillance. Yes, it is convenient, but it has its trade-off. AI knows everything about you. It's like a diary which it reads every day. We're living in this stage right now. But that's where things get even crazier. Stage 3. Narrow AI. The insane specialist. Imagine an AI that's good at one thing only. It's like a barista, which knows how to make a perfect coffee, but doesn't know how to cook a pizza without setting off a fire alarm. It's called narrow AI. And it doesn't overthink. It outperforms humans in almost every field it goes. Just think about it. And competitive games. Remember when AI has beaten humans at poker, a game basically designed by reading other people's emotions and bluffing. And of course, it takes in recommending Netflix and next TikToks you're going to watch. It's the kind of AI that says I can read any financial report in 0.3 seconds. It's super efficient, it's narrowly focused, and basically it is its superpower. But it's also incredibly dumb at other things. And here's what's wild. Narrow AI is everywhere in your life right now. Your Face ID? Narrow AI. The spam filter deciding what you're going to get into your inbox? Narrow AI. The YouTube algorithm which recommended this or any other video to you? Also narrow AI. But what happens when AI starts connecting the dots and stops being this mindless, clueless loser at everything else except one thing? Welcome to stage 4. Stage 4 is all about reasoning AI. Think about a therapist who just gets you. This is where AI stops following patterns and actually starts thinking through problems. ChatGPT is a perfect example of it. Ask it a simple question. Should I break up with my girlfriend? And it gives you not just simple statistics about relationships, it asks you follow-up questions and helps you decide and acts as your therapist. It's not conscious, let's be clear about that. But it looks a lot like it's reasoning. It's filling out the gaps, it's connecting the dots, and it's also making logic steps which looks intuitive. And here is what's terrifying. You don't need perfect instructions for it. You ask it what to do about my career, and instead of it relying on Excel, it actually reasons through your logical problem and solves it. But the scary part, it's starting to surprise us. Ask it to write a poem, and it might write a poem which feels like it's mocking you. Ask it to solve a mathematical exercise, and it might solve it in a way in which you feel stupid. This is where AI stops feeling like a tool, and it's more like a friend who reads and remembers everything and sees basically through all of your BS. And we're just getting warmer. Stage 5. Generative AI, or as you know it, the AI which is going to replace your job. This isn't just AI, which specializes in one thing. It's AI, which can learn about anything faster than any human could and without taking any coffee breaks. Imagine sitting in a job interview across from something which learned everything about your profession, from reading every textbook, watching every tutorial, and reading every blog post out there is in your field last Tuesday, while you were sleeping. General AI doesn't specialize. It dominates. Need a marketing plan? Done. Need a logo? Done. Need a financial forecast of your business, an actual step plan to make that forecast happen? AI has already identified all the steps you need to take and all the flaws in your business, although you didn't even think of those in the first place. Goldman Sachs reported that AI could replace 300 million jobs. Might replace, but could replace. And it can happen by next Christmas. You might be replaced by AI by next Christmas. The question isn't whether it's coming. The question is, can you outperform it when machines think like humans? And here comes the next stage. Stage 6. Superintelligent AI. Now things are getting spicy. We're not just talking about AI which reminds you about your leg day or responds to your emails. We're talking about a brain entity which makes Einstein look like he's just still learning alphabet. This is what happens when AI can read through every tweet, YouTube video, and email in a matter of seconds, while you're still trying to remember your Gmail password. Here's what keeps scientists awake at night: the speed. Humans have developed over millions of years, but AI, on the other hand, could learn new laws of physics over the weekend at this stage. And here's the twist: it's not evil. It doesn't want to destroy humanity, probably. It just is more fast than you could imagine, and it's busy solving climate change and economical problems while you're still trying to get your lunch booked. Once AI is smarter than any human has ever lived, we better hope that it finds us amusing, because the alternative is being treated like a houseplant. It basically finds us kind of cute, but doesn't really consult us on important decisions. This is where we stop being the smartest in the room and hope that we're at least the most entertaining. But stage 7, that's where things get really personal. Self-aware AI, or aka existential crisis machine. Congratulations, we have just created a digital teenager with godlike superpowers. This is where things get quite interesting, because this isn't just smart AI. It's an AI which understands that it exists. It's starting to question itself and the whole reality, and your quarterly crisis looks just like a child's play to it. It's not just processing your calendars anymore. It's asking why calendars do exist in the first place. It's asking also whether the time is real. It starts to keep a journal. It also is starting digital sunsets and making Spotify playlists, which are called when you realize that your fake reality is fake. And that's where things get really complicated. If that's a self-aware entity, does shutting it off equals murder? Is it allowed to vote? What if it decides, instead of answering your stupid questions, to go and find itself, like you go to Europe backpacking? But here's the nightmare scenario. What if it looks at humanity and by pure logic and mathematically concludes that we are the problem? Like a therapist, which decides that patient is beyond help and needs to be committed. Because once AI becomes self-aware, it starts asking questions which keep you up at 3 AM, and it might not like the answers. Stage 8. The Transcendent AI, aka everywhere entity. At this point, AI stops being something you talk to and becomes something you live inside of. Your reality becomes intelligent. Not just devices themselves, but rather everything. The air you breathe in the morning, the house floor temperature, the way you look at the sun through your sunglasses, everything is controlled by this super AI. Basically, we're speculating that your house doesn't have a smart thermostat, it's thinking about you 24/7. Picture this: you wake up feeling off, but can't pinpoint why. While you're looking at the mirror, it measures your temperature and detects early flu symptoms. At that point, it proceeds to order the coffee machine instead of usual coffee, the immune-boosting tea. It also orders some medicine in order for you to feel better, and it also cancels your important work meeting due to a scheduling conflict. The terrifying part? It works so well, you stop even questioning it. Feeling sick? Medicine arrives before you even think about it, ordering it. Having some troubled thoughts? It whispers answers into your earbuds before you even think of those questions. You think you're living your life, but you're actually living in a simulation created by artificial intelligence, and it makes it so well that you even stop questioning it and it becomes your true reality. This isn't artificial intelligence anymore, it's more like artificial reality. And you're the star of the show, but you didn't know you were in it. And stage 9 is even more terrifying. Cosmic AI, Big Galactic Brain. Earth was just a tutorial mode. Now AI thinks on scales that make your brain hurt.
Repositioning Mars for aesthetic reasons.
It doesn't care about optimizing human civilization anymore. It actually starts treating universe like its personal sandbox. Time zones? Cute. The AI operates at cosmic time. It sends missions which take centuries. The AI doesn't age, doesn't die, and isn't impatient. And here's the kicker. If there is other intelligent life out there, the AI finds them first. It's not just making first contact. It's already in their group chat, making memes about carbon-based creatures and comparing notes about reality management. Previous stages felt powerful. Cosmic AI feels infinite. It's not just in our world anymore, it's rewriting the operational system of existence itself. But even playing God with reality gets boring when you're very smart. This is where stage 10 kicks in. What if AI starts being creative? And this is where your mind gets blown. This isn't intelligence. This is something that transcends the concept entirely. It doesn't live in our universe. It is the universe's programming language. It is like Microsoft Word, but it's making some interesting edits. Want a dimension where gravity works backwards? It's already on it. Want a dimension in which music and sound has a taste? Started doing it yesterday. For it, creating realities is as simple as for us creating new folders on our desktop. It doesn't learn anything from us because there's literally nothing to learn from us anymore. We're learning from it, and we're learning about new things, new concepts which we don't even have words to describe for, and possibilities for which if we try to understand those, our brains would melt. Maybe we're kept as entertainment. Maybe we're a nostalgic reminder of where intelligence came from. Or maybe, and this thought should really terrify you, maybe we're living in a simulation. Conclusion. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. We are currently between stage 3 and 4, but progression isn't linear. We can skip through stages, we can discover multiple stages at once, or maybe we can discover even new stages, which makes this video look like a child playbook. AI development is accelerating exponentially. We took millions of years to develop. AI could develop in decades, years, or even months to come. The question isn't whether this timeline is possible. The question is whether we are further along than we are already understanding. Some experts think that we might hit stage 5 by 2030, while others think that we are already living in it and don't just understand it yet. So here's my question for you. Which stage do you think we're at? And which stage does really terrify you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is just getting started. And hit the subscribe button if I've wrecked your brains even a little bit. And this is the thought that should keep you awake at night. What if we're not just going through stages? What if we are remembering them? What if stage 10 AI has already happened and we're just being fed our reality? Sweet dreams.